It's time for us to change how you are respected as a man. You have to set the precedence, bro. Sometimes you're going to be the teacher, sometimes you're going to be the example. When you're both, then you're really doing things, right? You know when to turn it on and off. It's time to change how you are respected as a man. Let's talk about it. 10 ways to make people respect you immediately. Give respect to others who deserve it. Okay? Very important. When somebody decides to respect me, I'm going to issue that respect back. Now, if you live by this creed and you want to show people respect and they're not receptive, they don't know how to identify respect, or they're not reciprocating the respect, then you kind of remove yourself. Don't let the bad apples turn you into the monster that people don't want to see. Okay? Very important. When you carry yourself with respect, you show other people respect. For the most part, you'll get it in return, because they know if you disrespect you, it's going to be a problem. Number two, consistently keep your promises. Be a man of your word. There's no honor. There's no fucking creed. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Rain, sleet, or snow. This is how you build your credibility, right? Especially with women. When we talk about women, women say, if you're going to do something, AV, just do it. Don't say nothing you can't do. Don't overextend yourself. Speak when you need to speak, but make sure that those words count. Women will respect you, men will respect you. It's all about respect. Number three, let your actions speak louder than words. We just talked about it, right? Be the example, not the teacher. A lot of you niggas don't want to be motivated. A lot of you niggas don't want to hear no game. You want to see a bitch get kicked out of the pot of the studio. You want to see a nigga argue with a bitch. You want to see a nigga argue with another nigga. Be the example. Okay. All this alpha shit, all this masculine shit. A lot of these guys are talking about each other. That's not very masculine, bro. When do we get past that? When do we get past that? That it doesn't require a response. Now, you bump into a nigga, you cross paths, and it's on site. It's on site. That's different, man. This internet shit is dangerous. Niggas talk a lot of shit behind their keyboard. They're safe. Some niggas are outside. At the end of the day, man, it's a matter of knowing your limits and knowing what you're going to do. And are you willing to risk your freedom? Okay. Let your actions speak louder than words. And a lot of times you'll get a lot more respect by just ignoring somebody than actually engaging with them. Okay. Help others when they need it, when your cup is full. This is extremely important. Okay. Very important. The inner cities, we were taught that money is a bad thing. If somebody has money, they're either a scammer, they rob somebody. They taught us that money is evil. This is the root of all evil. We're supposed to give, even if we only have half, even if you're still hungry. That's not what people are supposed to do, man. You give when you have, when your cup runneth over. The more you give, the more you shall receive. But you got to take care of yourself. This goes back to respect. Okay? Very important. When you give because you have, and it'll come back to you. Your blessings will come back. It may not come back from the person that you gave it to, but somebody else will give you something or something. Whenever you have an opportunity to wake up, grind, plan your day, you're still breathing, you still have an opportunity to make shit happen, man. Blessings are going to come to you, man. But give to people who need it, man. Give to people who want to work, who really, really want to do this thing. And if you can spot some talent, it's not going to hurt you to help somebody, man. I know you had to suffer. I know you had to struggle to get to where you are, man. But helping people, man, is important. You know what I'm saying? You get to a point when you have somebody who's talented and who's just as hungry. We're gonna remember all that shit. You're gonna remember. And when it's time, and when we finally do make it, it's gonna be a bigger table and less motherfucking chairs. We're gonna remember. Number five, say what you need. Be clear with your communication. Stop dilly dallying. Stop putting fluff into some shit. Say what you want. Say what you mean what you say. You will garner respect immediately. A lot of times people will consider you to be blunt. People will consider you to be an asshole. At the end of the day, at least there was no fluff. You were very concise and very clear on your expectations. So that way, when you make a decision based on somebody violating what you told them clearly, you won't feel bad about it. Number six, always strive to do better. Keep grinding. People respect the grind. You get on this microphone, you putting out content. You only got 5,000 subscribers, AV. You're not getting no donations, AV. I believe in myself. If and when I make it, will it be a surprise? I don't think so. You keep grinding. As long as you have the motivation and you see the vision, stay with the vision. Now, outside of this microphone, there's another life out there that I got to manage and do shit, pay bills and figure out ways. But I try not to let that interfere with the things that I want to do, the things that are important to me. Keep grinding. Even when you don't feel like working out, a bad workout is better than no workout. Remember that. Number 7. This is a big one. Okay. Admit your mistakes. Turn your losses into lessons. Okay. We don't learn from winning. We learn from losing. As cliche as it sounds. Okay. We talk about the stats, the amount of shots that Jordan got. How many shots did he miss? Steph Curry, how many shots did he miss? How many fights did Tyson lose before he got to the point to where he was? This is very important, man. Turn your losses into lessons. And in order for you to do that, you have to learn when you made a mistake. You lose a fight, what happened? Evaluate it. Was your cardio not up? Did you punch with your eyes closed? How did you lose this woman? How did you lose this opportunity to smash? Turn your losses into lessons, man. Admit when you're wrong and identify it so you can fix it. Because you waiting for somebody to assess you, they might look at something different and it may fuck you up even more. There might be some secret jealousy there. Okay. Number 8, be willing to change your mind. This is a big one. Okay. It's a big one. Okay. You may be steadfast on doing certain things. You may not want to do certain things. You may not want to get married. You may not want to be with a single mother. You may want to keep doing podcasting, etc. You may want to do anything. Be open to change. Okay. And just make sure that when you make a decision, you think it through and you do it like a man. Women reserve the right to change their mind. So do you. Just make sure that when you stick to something, you stick it through, you see it through. And number 2, make sure that when you do decide to put your efforts and energy into something, you thought it through, man. You looked at the pros and cons and you took a chance and you bet it on yourself, man, because everyone's betting against you as a man. So make sure that you bet on yourself. Number 9, give credit where it's due, bro. Give somebody a flower when they're fucking alive. Okay? Give people their flowers, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You'd be surprised the amount of times that people remind me that I'm doing something. I'll get a donation. I'll get a DM. It means the world to me, man. I feel like quitting. We all do. We all have our moments, man, but you got to keep grinding. When you're tired, shit gets crazy. You got to keep going. That's when you got to dig deep. Keep grinding, man. So when you see that, you see somebody's doing it, you see an up and comer, see somebody improving themselves, give them props, man, because it takes time and it's hard to do shit like that. There's nothing wrong with it, man. People will respect you a lot more when you acknowledge somebody's achievements as opposed to just pretending like you didn't fucking see it. Number 10, know what you stand for in life. What's your fucking purpose? What's your purpose, bro? You got to make sure that you understand where you're going. The sooner you know where you're going, the sooner you're going to know whether you're supposed to go that way, you go somewhere else. Nobody's supposed to tell you what your purpose is, but you're supposed to make your own purpose. If you have kids, make sure you give them an opportunity to discover themselves, man, while you're discovering yourself. Women are in trouble. Single mothers need help. It's not your responsibility, but we got to be more open as men. If you want to be the leader, we have to stop compromising who we are and make sure that we emancipate ourselves from the emasculation. Check out my new book, Masculine Compromise, The Journey of Emasculation to Emancipation, available on Amazon.com. Keep grinding. I will see you guys next time. Okay? Peace.
Perseverance is a collective effort, okay? Built on the shoulders of those who believe in us. The strongest shoulders in which I stand on today belong to the women in my life. First and foremost, and always first and foremost, my mama. My mama who brought me into this world on September 7, 1989 in Longport, California on a military base and stood behind her 34-year-old son as she heard him say guilty. And when I turned back to her, she smiled at me and said, "It's okay, son. I'm on her shoulders." And second, especially, man, I love you beyond all limits. With all my strength, with all my heart, I love you. I'm supposed to be this tough and strong, and you done carried me so many nights. I love you. Through the fire. My sister, my aunt, they know who they are. I ain't got but one. And all the women in my family.